just came down from the Isle of Skye. I'm no very big and I'm awfully shy. Lassies say as I go by, Donald, where's your trousers? Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low. Through the streets in a kilt I go. All the lassies say hello. Donald, where's your trousers? I know you have a pulse.
Come on.
I went down to London town, have a little fun on the underground. Lassies turned their heads around, said, Donald, where's your trousers? Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low. Through the streets in a kilt I go. All the lassies say hello. Donald, where's your trousers? I went to a fancy ball and it was slippery in the hall. I was afeard that I might fall, cause I had nae on me trousers. Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low. Through the streets in a kilt I go. All the lassies say hello. Donald, where's your trousers? First verse. I just came down from the Isle of Skye. I'm no very big and I'm awfully shy. Lassies say as I go by, Donald, where's your trousers? Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low. Through the streets in a kilt I go. All the lassies say hello. Donald, where's your trousers? Donald, where's your trousers? All right.
Too kind. This is a love song for a place, the Isle of Mull, Ilamula, the Inner Hebrides of Scotland. And please sing along. It's a lovely song. Whether I wander east or west, waking or dreaming, thou art near me. Joy of my heart, Ilamu.
Sing anyway.
And sing ye all of the cool in the sky of Harris and Deegan, fair Iona. Joy of my heart, Ilambola. And whether I wander east or west, waking or dreaming, thou art near me. Joy of my heart, Ilamola. Pete and Heather, oh how they call me, little weeble on by the hillside. Joy of my heart, Ilamola. And whether I wander east or west, waking or dreaming, thou art near me. Joy of my heart, Ilamola. Friendly hearts are waiting to cheer me. Welcoming arms are there to hold me. Joy of my heart, Ilamola. Sing it with us. And whether I wander east or west, waking or dreaming, thou art near me. Joy of my heart, Ilambola. Good work.
You did well.
One on the hill, the eastern star tells often time is near, my Joe. And house and gray the furrowed field returns head off and weary, oh, down by
midnight hour in Marcus Glen, I rove and ne'er be weary. If through that glen I gaze to thee, my ain kind dearie, although the night were ne'er sae wild, and I was ne'er sae weary, I'd meet thee on the lyric, my ain kind dearie, the hunter loves the morning sun to rouse the mountain deer, my Joe. At noon the fisher seeks the glen along the burn to steer, my Joe. But give me the Euro gloam and grey, it makes my heart say cheery. Take me thee on the lyric, my ain kind dearie. My Johnny was a shoemaker, and dearly he loved me. My Johnny was a shoemaker. Now he's gone across the sea with pitch and tar to soil his hands, and to sail across the sea, stormy sea, and sail across the stormy sea. His jacket was a deep sky blue, and curly was his hair. His jacket was a deep sky blue. Yes, it was, I do declare, for to reef the topsail against the mast, and to sail across the sea, stormy sea, and sail across the stormy sea. Someday he'll be a captain bold, with a brave and gallant crew. Someday he'll be a captain bold, with a sword and spyglass too. And when he has a gallant captain's sword, he'll come home and marry me, marry me. Me. He'll soon come home and marry me. Did you say Ceili?
He's going to marry Ceili.
No, you are.
Oh.
My Johnny was a shoemaker, and dearly he loved me. My Johnny was a shoemaker. Now he's gone across the sea with pitch and tar to soil his hands, and to sail across the sea, stormy sea, and sail across the stormy sea. While Mary marries Ceili.
Shouldn't we talk it over with Jay first?
Yes. This is a funny Robert Burns song. It's hard to understand. It goes, hey, ka-through, which means carry on, keep going, keep working. For we hae mickle ado, which means we have much to do. We actually need an entire dictionary for this song, but it's cute, so we thought we'd do it anyway.
Right.
Yeah. It's up with the cuddles of Dysart and the lads of Bucave and all the kimmers of Largo and the lassies are leaving. Hey, ka-through, for we hae mickle ado. Hey, ka-through, for we hae mickle ado. We have songs to sing and we have tales to tell. We have pennies to spend and we have pints to bring. Hey, ka-through, for we hae mickle ado. Hey, ka-through, for we hae mickle ado. We'll live out our lives and then it comes behind. Let them do as they will and spend the gear they win. Hey, ka-through, for we hae mickle ado. Hey, ka-through, for we hae mickle ado. It's up with the coddles of Dysart and the lads of Bucave and all the kimmers of Largo and the lassies are leaving. Hey, ka-through,
through, for we a mickle-a-do, hey, ca-through, for we a mickle-a-do, hey, ca-through, for we a mickle-a-do, hey, ca-through, for we a mickle-a-do.
Ha! Told ya. This is called the Brookside.
I wandered by the brookside, I wandered by the mill. I did not hear the waters, the murmuring was still, nor the sound of any grasshopper, nor the song of any bird, but the beating of my own heart was the only sound I heard. Yes, the beating of my own heart was the only sound I heard. I lay beneath the elm tree to watch its long, long shade, and as it grew the longer, I did not feel afraid. I listened for a footfall, I listened for a word, but the beating of my own heart was the only sound I heard. Yes, the beating of my own heart was the only sound I heard. With silent tears fast falling, then someone stood behind, a hand upon my shoulder. I knew the touch was kind. She drew me nearer to her. We neither spoke one word, but the beating of our two hearts was the only sound I heard. Yes, the beating of our two hearts was the only sound I
Come, me young one, come, me fair one, come now unto me. Could you fancy a poor sailor lad who has just come from the sea?
You are ragged, love, and you're dirty, love, and your clothes smell much of tar. So begone, you saucy sailor lad, so begone, Jack Tar.
If I am ragged, love, and I'm dirty, love, and me clothes smell much of tar, I have silver in me pocket, love, and gold in great store.
And when she heard him say so, on her bended knee she fell.
Go on.
I will marry my dear Henry, for I love the sailor lad so well.
Do you think that I am foolish, love? Do you think that I am mad?
Oh, quite.
For to wed with a poor country girl where no fortune's to be had.
Got my own geese.
For I will cross the briny ocean, I will whistle and sing.
Off key.
And since you have refused the offer, love, then some other girl shall wear my ring.
What other girl?
For I am frolicsome, I am easy. It's just a song, good-tempered and free.
Not cheap.
And don't give a single penny, boys, what the world thinks of me. a shepherding song.
Very much.
The legend behind this song is that when a Scottish soldier goes off to war and gets killed, his soul returns to Scotland before going up or down. And so, you all know this. You take the high road, I'll take the low road. The low road is the path of the spirit going home first, and the high road is walking.
That's right.
By yon bonny banks and by yon bonny braes, on the steep, steep side of Lomond, where me and my love were ever wont to gae, and the moon coming out in the gloaming. Oh, you take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland afore ye, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. 'Twas there that we parted in yon shady glen, on the steep, steep side of Ben Lomond, where in purple hue the Highland hills we view, and the moon coming out in the gloaming. You take the high road and I'll take the low road,
got a chorus that...
you should definitely sing to.
Right, it's definitely a good one.
Fish, you know it, come on.
There are sober men and plenty, and drunkards barely 20. There are men now over 90 that have never yet kissed a girl. But give me a rambling rover, Ray Orkney down to Dover. We will roam the country over, and together we'll face the world. There are those who feign enjoyment for merciless employment. Such ambition was their deployment from the moment they left the school. So they save and scrape and ponder, while the rest go out and squander. See the world in rove and wonder, and we're happier as a rule. But sober men and plenty, and drunkards barely 20. There are men now over 90 that have never yet kissed a girl. But give me a rambling rover, Ray Orkney down to Dover. We will roam the country over, and together we'll face the world. I have roamed through all the nations, delighted in all creations, and enjoyed a wee sensation when the company did prove kind. And when parting was no pleasure, I drink another measure to the good friends that we treasure, for they always are in our mind. The sober men and plenty, and drunkards barely 20. There are men now over 90 that have never yet kissed a girl. But give me a rambling rover, Ray Orkney down to Dover. We will roam the country over, and together we'll face the world. If you're bent with arthritis, your bowels have got colitis, you have galloping bronchitis, and you're thinking it's time you died. If you've been a man of action, though you're lying there in traction, you must gain some satisfaction, thanking Jesus at least I tried. Ah, there's sober men and plenty, and drunkards barely 20. There are men now over 90 that have never yet kissed a girl. But give me a rambling rover, Ray Orkney down to Dover. We will roam the country over, and together we'll face the world. One more time. Sober men and plenty, and drunkards barely 20. There are men now over 90 that never yet kissed a girl. But give me a rambling rover, Ray Orkney down to Dover. We will roam the country over, and together we'll face the world. Yes. Gentlemen, 'tis my duty to inform you of one beauty, though I ask of you a favor, not to seek her for a while, for I own she is a creature of character and feature. No words can paint the picture of the queen of all Argyle. And if you could have seen her there, boys, if you had just been there, the swan was in her movement, and the morning in her smile, all the roses in the garden would bow and ask her pardon, for not one could match the beauty of the queen of all Argyle. On the evening that I mentioned, I walked with light intention through a part of our dear country known for beauty and for style, being a place of noble thinkers, of scholars and great drinkers, but above them all for splendor shone the queen of all Argyle. And if you could have seen her there, boys, if you had just been there, the swan was in her movement, and the morning in her smile, all the roses in the garden would bow and ask her pardon, for not one could match the beauty of the queen of all Argyle. Now, me lads and aids must leave you, my intention not to grieve you, and know when I deceive you, so I'll seek you in a while. I must find some way to gain her, to court her and to tame her, for I fear my heart's in danger of the queen of all Argyle. And if you could have seen her there, boys, if you had just been there, the swan was in her movement, and the morning in her smile, all the roses in the garden would bow and ask her pardon, for not one could match the beauty of the queen of all Argyle. And if you could have seen her there, boys, if you had just been there, the swan was in her movement, and the morning in her smile, all the roses in the garden would bow and ask her pardon, for not one could match the beauty of the queen of all Argyle.
This is Dave Ricci, and I'm at McGonagall's Mucky Duck in Houston, Texas, talking with Mary Maddux and Stephanie Freeman, who are professionally known as Ceili's Muse, the most popular purveyors of Celtic music in Houston today. Let's get this out of the way right now. What does Ceili's Muse mean?
Ceili's Muse, the
different words from different languages. Ceili is from Ireland, from the Irish language, and it means a party where there's gathering of music and dancing and such. And the Muses are the goddesses of inspiration from Greece, so we're an excuse for a good party, basically. At least we try to be.
What's the most interesting mispronunciation or misspelling of the name you sing?
It's constantly mispronounced, but it would probably have to be Celis Moose. And the parody that we like is Kelly's Mouse.
I'm waiting for that one. Yeah.
To some of us, the word Celtic might require some explanation. Just exactly who are the Celts and what are they doing today?
They're doing whatever they want to today. But the Celts are the indigenous people of Ireland and Scotland and the British Isles and part of France.
Seems unusual that a couple of Texas girls would become so fond of a music with so gray a beard on it. How did you first become attracted to this art form?
I came in contact with its roots through a children's choir I was in, that we did a lot of medieval music, and that led me down that path, and that naturally intersects the Celtic music.
It's a historical thing. They meet up sometime in the past.
Mary, you're from East Texas?
Yes, indeed.
What about your childhood? Were there any events that sort of foreshadowed the direction of your musical career?
Well, in an off-the-wall way, yeah. My music that I played, my parents didn't like, and that made me love it all the more. So I kept on with it, and it led me here.
What about you, Stephanie? Anything in your childhood that prepared you for becoming a bard?
I don't think there's anything in West Texas that would prepare someone to become a bard. However, I think that I was born with a love of England and Ireland, and I told everyone in 3rd grade that I was born in England, and they still believe me, I think. I also played various classical instruments, studied classical music, and so it was just because I met Mary that we got together, and I fell in love with the Irish music.
Do you still study music?
Yes, we both take voice lessons from a wonderful woman. Camille Zamora is an opera singer here in town and a magnificent teacher, and we owe her a great
And huge debt.
yes.
But she'll let you run a tab.
Yeah.
You know, your music is becoming increasingly popular in local clubs. Aside from the sheer beauty of your voices, to what do you attribute this popularity?
I think the fact that we go to the British Isles to collect our music primarily, get the music that people aren't exposed to from other recording artists, that makes what we do more interesting.
Because it's coming from the source.
Yeah.
So, what makes your style different from other, say, Irish or Scottish style groups?
I'm from East Texas and she's from West Texas.
I think it's the focus on the harmonies, really. Most Celtic bands like to get together and create jam sessions that are mostly instrumental, and we are primarily harmonies, and that's our great love.
You really do have beautiful harmonies. You have some of the most synchronized harmonies I've ever heard, but they're not what you'd call typical harmonies, you know, that you hear in other kinds of music. How do you create and practice these harmonies?
It started out in a unique way. We would sit facing each other.
Let me show them. We'd sit and put our foreheads together like this, with the guitar in between us, and sit there until something came up. And it was just obviously meant to happen.
And it made a
because
circuit.
we have a system, but it's not really, can't really articulate it. You know, just work.
Other than embarrass ourselves and show it to you.
Right.
Well, your little pose there looks sort of yin-yangish. Are you as in harmony off stage as you are on stage?
You answer that one.
Oh, thank you. Yes. We're closer than sisters.
And we almost kill each other maybe
Once or twice a year.
Yeah. That's about it.
But do you sometimes feel connected to each other even though you spend a lot of time across great distances?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because we live 3 hours apart now. But she's my true sister.
Yeah. I got the looks in the family.
Mary, who are your influences, both growing up and today?
My influences. Oh, dirty laundry. John Denver, Olivia Newton-John, Kate Bush, Tori Amos, Dawson Millard, my friends Ginger Dawson and Linda Millard. I think their harmony structures amazing. And the Flying Fish, they're fun. They kind of add bounce.
Yeah, they contribute to our comedy routine.
This is where you started singing, wasn't it, Mary?
I sang with some of the members, but not as the Flying Fish. It was with another band, Godfrey's Rangers.
What about you, Steph? Who influenced you?
This is the part I hate. All right. Coming from Abilene, Texas, what more could you guess? Country music was the first and primary influence on my whole musical life, and it's fortunate that I studied classical music too, because I might be singing country otherwise. Also, Rod Stewart taught me to sing. I'm not kidding. Carole King, Carly Simon, who has the most phenomenal range of any human on earth, and Boy George.
Eclectic.
Very eclectic. You seem to have a lot of friends locally that you've either sung with before in the past or that you sing with now. Tell us a little bit about the music scene today. Is it really one big happy family?
I think so.
I think so. Everybody.
Wonderful friends in the music business. A lot of wonderful women. I mean, the Flying Fish Sailors are 3 men. They're sort of our male corresponding group here in town. But then there are the girls.
Corresponding group? And then Dawson Millard and
Diana Jones, who's opening for us tonight.
Absolutely. And each one of those groups, or each person in the group, has helped us immeasurably, either from keeping us from jumping out of our skins when we thought about going up to the microphone the first time, or just on how to book gigs and all these things. Practical.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the songs themselves now. Some of your songs deal with unusual subject material, everything from lullabies for an engineer's baby to anti-whaling anthems, i.e. The Last Leviathan. How important is song content in determining whether or not you'll perform a song on stage?
It's imperative that it have a content that
Any content?
has weight or meaning.
Yeah.
Or a good joke.
It's really got to touch us in some way.
Yeah.
So what's the most unusual song you've ever performed?
It came from another influencing product, cartoon.
Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
Ren and Stimpy.
Yes, we do. The Lord Loves a Hangin'. So anybody, all you Ren and Stimpy fans out there,
You should come to hear us do this.
So, do you have any songs that are particularly significant or even autobiographical?
There's Past Life, perhaps.
Right. There's the one that I claim to have written in a past life. It's called Bonnie Bessie Logan, and I first heard it in Scotland. It was taught to us by a Scottish person here in town, Jim McCrindle, another wonderful musician in the family. And I always introduce it as the one I wrote in a past life.
Yeah.
So are there any songs that you absolutely will not sing or avoid on principle?
We don't do pro-IRA songs. There are a couple that are from the 1798 rebellion period in Ireland, where a lot of music came from. Someone's making faces at us. We always make disclaimers before doing those songs because they're lovely and we dearly love them, but we don't agree with the message.
Funny, you didn't strike me as a political group.
Who isn't?
Right.
True to your principles. How do you prepare for a performance?
I drive in from Austin.
Yeah, a day before.
Good start.
And we hang out together.
Yeah, we spend the whole day together, just tune in, get
Forehead.
reacclimated. Set up early. I have to warm up for an hour or so. I mean, if I've been singing an hour before I go on stage, then I'm much better off. Whereas Mary is much better at going on cold and just doing it. So we do some practicing and resting before a show, and just really try to be peaceful. And then there's, of course, choosing the clothes.
And that's when the piece goes absolutely to blazes.
Out the window.
Nothing to wear.
It sounds like your life can be sort of exhausting both creatively and physically. What do you do to recharge your batteries?
Caffeine?
Caffeine.
No. We all have to sleep and...
Cappuccino.
Right.
The side order of caffeine. Traveling.
Traveling?
Going
do
to
you
Ireland.
feel the need to take a sabbatical ever so often?
Actually, yeah, in addition to the trips that we make to Ireland and Scotland, which are as often as possible, like
Absolutely.
every year would be ideal, but we seem to be making it about every year and a half. I also spend every summer in Massachusetts because I'm a complete chicken about the weather here. And hot weather melts me, and I have friends in Massachusetts, and I go up there for about 2 months in the summers where Mary does some solo work.
And when it
So
gets
it's
too
a
hot,
break.
I go and visit Stephanie. Massachusetts is lovely in the summer.
So tell me a little bit about these trips to Scotland and Ireland. What's the purpose of those?
Gathering music.
Yeah, we just take a little tape recorder and pick a spot on the map, the smallest town we can find, and
Go to every pub that
yeah,
has live music.
any pub with live music.
Oh, really? Have you performed in Scotland and Ireland?
Yeah,
In various pubs, and we were at a Girvan Folk Festival
right.
4 years ago.
Yeah. It's easy to just walk in there to a pub and say, "Can we sing?" and pick a spot, start singing, and if they like you, they'll feed you. It's a very real thing, singing for your supper.
And it's an amazing thing to do because when one begins to sing, everybody is quiet to listen. You're not having to talk or sing over a group.
What a novel idea.
It's
amazing.
Quite Celtic.
Well, what do the locals think about a couple of Yanks coming in and singing their music?
I'm a Southerner. Sorry.
We're not Yanks.
They're good about it, actually.
If they're not bored, then they generally really like it. But a lot of times they want to hear,
Country music.
Country
John
music.
Denver is a favorite.
Do you do any Paul Simon? Do you do any American Pie?
And they know all the words.
Right.
And when we were in Glasgow, we found a street band that was playing Louisiana-style Cajun music, and they'd learned it phonetically.
That's fantastic.
And they were as Scottish as they come. It was very funny. So it was nice to be on the flip side of the situation. They were very good.
All artists have to suffer. That's in the rules. I can see you're suffering right now.
Yes.
Tell me about some big obstacle that you had to overcome for your craft.
Well, first her apartment burned down.
Oh, yeah. And then her bus blew up.
Yeah, my vehicle
Within about
exploded.
a month. And then one of our favorite first venues, Red Lion, decided to burn that summer. And
So the year 1992 was full of fire and surprise.
the Red Lion recovered, and so did we.
I'm glad to hear that. Speaking of the Red Lion, what are some of your favorite venues?
Well, we love the Red Lion very much. Mucky Duck is wonderful.
Fabulous.
Rusty and Teresa have been very, very good to us. Great relationship. We also play at Munchie's and in Austin at Chicago House. It's a very good venue. Wherever else we can, including private parties.
Renaissance Festival?
No, Mary.
I played there once with Joe Lenbeck of the Flying Fish, and I preferred amplification, and you can't have that there for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And I'm more cut out for a microphone. I don't have the volume knob that some people have.
Well,
It's still very harsh on your voice singing at the Renaissance Festival.
I'm sure it
Night and
is.
day, sleet, snow, rain.
and you two are very, very acoustic. Many of your songs are a cappella. Do you ever have a problem with people, noisy patrons at rowdy bars?
Well, sometimes, and they've also caused us to learn louder songs. If the audience wants to hear rowdy stuff, sometimes you just have to do that.
So you have a loud set.
Yeah,
We do, and we also have amp that goes up to 11, and then the knobs fall off. And
we can make ourselves heard.
yeah,
So have you often had to deal with rowdy patrons or overly adoring fans?
no, not really.
An occasional session.
Occasional, but primarily our audience is snazzy and wonderful.
Yes, they're the best, of course.
Of course, your fans are the best.
We adore them back.
We put them in various jobs like sound or interviewer or such.
All right, just for that, I'm going to ask you, what's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you on stage?
The most embarrassing thing that has happened was at an Irish festival, the Houston Irish Festival. We were engaged to go and play for a few songs up on one of the stages, and I had assumed it would be one of them set up on the sidewalk or something. No, it was one that KLOL,
yeah. It was a monster stage. We were performing for 3,000 people.
and we were about this big, and it was about this big, and my guitar would not stay in tune. And I had to play a 12-string that was out of tune, and it was horrible. And I
For
was,
your biggest crowd ever.
Yeah, it was embarrassing to say the least.
Oh well, we did live.
But some of your songs are rather silly and involve things, audience participation, like people throwing their clothes on the stage.
Oh yeah.
Tell us about that.
Well, it's just a little song where you can name different articles of clothing that people throw up on stage, and people are always willing to throw hats and coats and stuff, but we have also asked for pants, and
Unfortunately, we've gone on to the next verse before someone complied.
right, and they do throw underwear occasionally, certain people, and Rolex watches, which is wonderful. Of course.
We're a very giving crowd.
It's important that you include the audience. They want to be in on it, and we love it. It's just fantastic that our friends participate.
I think, speaking for myself, the audience loves it too.
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about the direction of your careers. You have 2 collections out right now, One Voice and Circles of Stone. Are there plans for others?
Well, there's always room for more. Our current idea and what is in the process of becoming is the remixing of One Voice, and that should be out soon.
We're trying
Yeah.
to pull together the money.
Is it going to be on CD?
No.
We don't have plans for it now.
I see. Are you trying to get national and international exposure,
You bet.
Absolutely.
sending these out?
To record companies.
Our distributor.
Right, we have 2 distributors, Lady Slipper and Southwest.
We should be available. Everyone, everywhere should take us home.
I agree.
Feed
Would
us.
you tour if given the opportunity?
You bet. We're hopefully touring England and Ireland or Scotland or any of the above, all of the above. It's a possibility coming up.
Any other hot projects in the mill?
We are aiming for England in the spring, and I hope that we get there.
It's hard to miss.
No? Yeah, indeed.
So do you feel that you'd like to be singing Celtic music 5, 10, 20 years from now?
I will always be singing Celtic music. Other things will grow from it because it's such a rich soil to have things sprout from, originals and stuff. But I'll always sing Celtic music.
Me too, always.